What is happening, guys? I thought that I'd make a video for any prospective student or people in general that want to know the area or thinking about coming to Kosice, but the main vibe of this video is more so kind of student related, because I'm going to show you where the uni is and then how far certain parts are to the uni that are relevant to you. So for me, I live really close to the university, as you're about to see. I don't know how much of this I'm going to be talking in. I might just talk a lot, I might not talk at all, I have no idea. But it's a sunny day in May. It's like May 25th at the moment when I'm recording this. On my head, my GoPro. And the first stop is going to be the uni. So let me take you there right now. One sec. Careful on the crossings. Okay. And there's Onisi. Hello. Should be clear, we're clear, we're clear. Recording a vlog. Right, not meant to cross here. We'll wait. So that's one of our med students, also from the UK/Ireland. And obviously, if you know the video that I done with El Noam, that's El Noam's sister. But again, just waiting. Jeez, the noises around today. I would have beaten him if I put my foot down a bit, but you know, I'll carry on pedaling for now. Scared the crap out of those kids as well, mate. Very, very stupid, selfish riding on the motorbikes there. But it is what it is. Anyway, here is the uni. So it's a Saturday today, which means it's going to be closed, empty. But that's it. This is the uni right there in front of us. So we've got the entrance right here. That's like the main reception into the middle. And then all of these floors up here are kind of where your lectures are going to take place. If you want to see any staff members, that's where you're going to find them. And you can wrap around inside. And there's like a canteen and a cafe, a larger lecture hall in there. But this is our uni. I'll do another little spin there, just so you can get a bit more of a close-up to it. Did I drop something? No, I didn't. Okay. So that's the uni. It's all closed off. As I said, it's the weekend. People chill out here usually. You can lock your bikes up here if you ride into uni as well, weather permitting. And that's a nice and easy outside view of it. Now from the inside, the car park area, you can then go down here on the left, or you can wrap around back outside and go here. I'm about to show you. So this is kind of like basement / ground area. And from here, if you go in to those doors in front, you'll end up at the polyclinic. And for dental students, if you go to the right, you'll have like a whole dental hospital in there, which is quite handy for us. For the med guys, that's like the start of medicine for you. From there, all of the other departments are just there. So I will show you that now, bear with. Good to be back on the bike. It's been a while, suffering from a couple of knee injuries, but it's nice to be back. And I thought this would be a nice way to kind of show you guys how it looks like from the inside. So this is the actual hospital. So I'm gonna just swing. I don't know how far I can go in with the bike, to be fair, but that's the entrance to the hospital right there. If you go in, you'll end up at that big bit over there, and then there's like, I don't know, 15 floors worth of departments down there. And can I be an absolute asbo and go through here? Probably can. Please don't die, please don't die. Ooh, that was tight. Oh, I made it. Okay, so that's the sort of main site, the main campus, if you want to call it that, here at UPJS. And then kind of give you a bit of an understanding as to how far you would be from this point to, say, Galleria, which is the closest shopping centre slash like mini centre, mini mall. So people will come here. I mean, I sometimes come here for my own grocery shopping, for example. So I'll show you how far that is from here, and it's not too bad. You can take trams, you can take buses, you can walk there. Obviously you can cycle as well. So if you imagine that's the uni, again there on the right, and you just swing it down here. So you can get a tram from there where I'm pointing now, and it's 2 stops down to Galleria, or you can take this nice easy route, which is just a straight ride. It's nice to be back out on the bike. I would recommend anybody who's thinking about coming to Kosice to study, definitely invest in one of these. I got this sort of hybrid road bike for I think 100, 120 euros, something like that, second hand. I know people that have shipped their bikes from the UK without crazy amounts of costs involved. So if that's more your thing, go for it. But it's definitely worth it. The roads here are nice. They have cycling lanes. As you can see, people use like e-scooters coming up to us now. People rollerblade out here quite a bit. So there is a culture for like kind of staying fit, using bikes, being healthy. And it just means that you're not using public transport, you're not paying for that, or you're not paying for cabs and taxis and all the rest of it. And just on that note about cabs and public transport, so there is a student rate for public transport, which makes it very cheap, and it is super useful as well. I'm not saying we don't use it. Oh, there goes a tram there, but you can't see it. But it does make life very easy if you have access to the public transport at a cheaper rate as a student, which you can do. So that's helpful, especially in the winter as well. Super helpful. In terms of Bolt, that's the cab service here. So it's basically the Uber here is Bolt, and it's not extortionate, to be fair. It's relatively cheap, and they also offer their e-scooters on the app as well. So you can zing around these e-scooters for like 20 cents a minute. As well as that, obviously the cab prices themselves, they're not crazy high. I would say like, the hell is he doing? They're nowhere near UK prices. Nowhere near UK prices. UK prices are just extortionate. And now we are nearing, we're clear, we are nearing Galleria. Okay, just before we get to Galleria, new students, if you are not an EU citizen, I think either way you still have to, even if you are an EU citizen, I'm not sure. But this is the office that you're gonna have to come to for when you're going to get your residency card. So this is right next to Galleria, and as you can see, it's very close to uni as well. And it takes 2 stops on that tram, 6 or the 9 or a couple others to come here. There's a few buses as well that go here as well. So just bear that in mind. And if you need any help with that, just get in touch. But it's a bit of an annoying process to do. Brexit kind of screwed us British students over, because now we all have to do it. And yeah, the whole idea of going in and spending time in there and waiting for your files to come through and whatnot, it's boring. To be fair, it's a waste of time, but it has to be done. And this brings us to Galleria. So as I said, it's like a mini shopping center. It's not crazy big. A couple of banks out here as well. So I've registered at this bank here, for example. It's good for students. And then inside Gallery you've got food places, no McDonald's, no KFCs, no places that you're probably going to be used to, but decent-ish alternatives, and then a Kaufland in there for your shopping. And then there's like, I think there's a barber shop in there, nail salon, a pharmacy. The pharmacies are very, very expensive, by the way. Stationery shop, couple of other stuff in there that might be important. Okay, yeah, so they've also got phone shops in there when you get your SIM card from this country. This you're gonna have to come to. My recommendation, and I've been using it for months now, is 4KA. So it's like a subsidiary of what's it called, Orange. And the reason why I like it, it's about 15 or so a month, but it gives you unlimited data. And to be fair, I'm not calling anyone, I'm not using minutes or texts. So if you're the same as me and you're basically doing everything online with let's say Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, you know, you're calling people via data reasons, then yeah, just get the 4KA. It's 15 a month. There's other plans on there. I go for unlimited just simply because I just don't like the hassle of having to check how much data I've got left and stuff. But you can get more valued plans that might suit you, so that's kind of what I'd recommend. I wouldn't say go with like O2 and T-Mobile and Orange and stuff. Their tariffs are like silly, and they don't really work for us because we're not using local minutes. So just bear that in mind. 4KA, that's the name of the provider. And I said they're a subsidiary of Orange, so their network's really good. I've had no issues with them. In fact, I think it's Orange. I'm 99% sure it's Orange. It might not be, but let's carry on. So now we are going down what we've dubbed Mount Galleria, or Galleria Hill, simply because this hill takes you to Galleria that way, and then this way it's taking you into town. So let's go have a look at what that looks like. So this building up ahead, this big one, is called Steel Arena. And Steel Arena is an ice rink. So in Slovakia they take ice hockey quite seriously. Ooh. Sorry guys. Let me just get past everyone first. Okay, scared the crap out of a couple of people, but we move. Okay, so there it is again. That's Steel Arena. As I was saying, ice hockey is like, I think it's their national sport. I might be wrong here, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure ice hockey is their national sport here. And they let him go past. They do take the hockey stuff seriously here. And I've been wanting to go and see like a match here, but ooh, never really got time or money to do it. But as you can see, that's Steel Arena, and they also do other events in there as well. So anybody who is an MMA fan, for example, you'll be glad to know that they have MMA shows in there. So like full lineups, full cards. It's not UFC, obviously. It'll be like a different franchise entirely, but it's a good place to kind of find sporting events or events in general. And of course the ice hockey as well, which is definitely something on the bucket list. Let's just get past everyone. Okay, and as you can see there is a lot of access to public transport here. So trams there on my right, there were buses just behind, and it's quite easy to get around town. and it's quite small. This is something as well to bear in mind. Kosice as a like town slash city center, super small, super small. Okay. And I don't know how well you're hearing me as well when I'm talking. Like, I hope you're hearing me well, guys. So we're heading into the main square, which is in the old town, it's called. So we're just heading there now. I feel like I need some servicing done on my bike, man. Whoop, whoop. Let me make that. You and me both, brother. Okay. Oh, for anyone else interested in making money while you're here, you can actually register to like Volt with a W, Bistro, and a couple other food delivery services. So long as you got like a bike and a mobile phone, you can pretty much just do it. I don't know what the rates of pay are. I've got no idea how to even sign up. Isn't that like mad bent? Like, don't people sit there and think, like, I know in their head they're thinking that is the coolest sound ever on a moped, but mate, it's so bent. Anyway, back to the Bolt thing. You can earn money here. I don't know how to do it, but I know that there are plenty of foreigners that do it, so definitely worth something to keep in mind of if you're looking to make a bit of money while you're here. You stretch for cash. More trams. Ugh. Put it away, love. One thing I will say about this country is they really respect the traffic lights, which is something that you're probably seeing on this GoPro footage. People, even if there's like no car, they will still wait until the light goes green, which is, you know, respectful, good to see. So here we are, we're in town. So as you can see, I didn't take long at all from sort of uni and around the main campus to where we are now. Nearly died. Okay, some nice bikes there. So this is our park we're going to first. Let me show you that. And again, more buses and trams, more buses and trams. Sorry. Okay. Okay, here we are. Bit of the street urchin here. You're gonna get a lot of riffraff in the town centre, so just be aware of that. But yeah, this is our park. So this has, I'm pretty sure I've covered this in a like previous vlog before and kind of shown you inside, but this is more so for you to get an understanding as to how far things are from each other. But that's like the local mall, less of a shopping centre, more of a mall, like high street brand stores and stuff in it. Almost died there again. Almost died there again. Should probably put a counter up for this. And now let's start going through town itself. So casinos. This country loves their casinos. People clearly got too much money, lots of it to burn. There's an ice cream shop down there, which is quite nice. and a kebab shop down there as well, which is quite nice. Hotel up there on the right, that's a double tree. So if you rich people want to come over and spend the weekend in town, you can do. Let me just head on over to the bike lane. So town does have bike lanes for people. There's the public library. You can go in there, but you do need to sign up, and I think you have to have a residency to do that. And then I think it's like €7, and then once you pay €7, you're pretty much set for like life, or maybe per year. So that's that. There's a burrito bar down there, or maybe it's behind us, I don't know. Heard some great stuff about it. Zvon is down that street, my favorite restaurant in Kosice. Really good, really good pizza place, and super cheap in terms of relative cost compared to other things, so definitely try it out if you're here. And then this is Arthur's ice cream. Usually has a line that comes out all the way here, and their gelato is so good, but unfortunately they charge like €2 a scoop, so it ain't cheap, man. And then this is kind of nice little seating area outside the cathedral church, which you're going to see in a second. But it is quite pretty. It's a very pretty town. It's very old school. It's very nice. And the only problem with it is it can get repetitive and a little bit boring over time, obviously, because there's not much to do here. But I mean, that still, you know, been here a year almost, that still is impressive. Whenever you see it, it still looks lovely, man. So we are just cycling nice and easy. So a student popular cafe, or a popular student cafe, is this one here called Saint. And Saint is, I say personally, I think the coffees are rubbish. I think people just come in for a vibe. So yeah, but you'll find everyone sitting outside nowadays in the summer especially. But I want to take you down here for a reason, obviously, because the views are nice. Sorry, love. And I'm going to show you that in a minute as well, guys, don't worry. The views are nice, and my favourite shop of all time is here, which is Textile House, right in front of us. Ooh, what are these old cars doing here? Oh, sorry, mate. This is, of course, Textile House. They currently have happy hours going on, second-hand thrift shop, and I think every student comes here because they have some banging deals. Really worth checking it out if you're in the area, if you're studying here. And let's roll into this bit, because obviously we want to see the dancing fountain. That there is the theatre. I'm just going to let the chorus play out because I know everybody's probably waiting for it. Okay, so yeah, back to the theatre. Apparently it's quite cheap as well, especially if you're a student. They do opera, they do their plays, they do some contemporary stuff. Apparently it's worth going to, and it's quite big inside, but I think you have to dress fancy for it, and I ain't got nothing fancy, so you ain't gonna see me in there for a while. Another random fact that I'd probably say is, if you've probably noticed by now, but people love their dogs here, which is quite nice. Like, everyone brings their dogs out all the damn time. You'll see a lot of people with dogs. So if you like dogs, you like animals, this is definitely a place to be. Here's another little fountain for you guys. And a bunch of noobs playing in the fountain. So let's get back to the ride. Okay. So now, what else is here that we could mention? To be fair, that's really it. You're just going to see like cafes and older buildings, a couple of services here and there, but nothing too major. Like on the left hand side now, on the right hand side, you're going to see more outdoor serving restaurants. Again, these are lovely in the summer, like really nice in the summer, but it's just in the winter everything's all packed up and just looks really like dull and dreary. But I guess if you're coming from the UK, you're going to be used to it like I am. Nothing too surprising at all. Nice little running stream in the middle here as well. Should we go over it? Are we feeling risky, boys? We're feeling risky. Here we go. If I drown, no, it should be alright. Okay, cool. So we're over on the right side of the path now. Damn, there's a lot of people. A lot of people walking. Keep playing, boss, keep playing. Oh, I did miss one thing. Down there, further back there, towards that Saint Cafe, there's a pizza place called Do Pizza. Do Pizza, it's spelled D-O Pizza. And they sell pizza slices for $1.50 a slice. Their margarita is out of this world. That guy needs to chill out. So if you're ever in the area, try it out. Sorry, mate. Then you go over here, this is called Urban, and there's a Lidl in there as well. Another little like shopping centre, but really mini, really tiny. A few other random things in there. More pizza slice shops over there on the left. And that's it really. This is pretty much the end of town. So we've gone from like one side to the other, and then I'm going to kind of like loop it back in a minute. So I think that's probably a good place to end the video, because honestly speaking there's not really much more to say about Kosice and the town and what you can do here. So if anybody who's actually thinking about studying in Kosice in Slovakia, in our lovely university, or at our lovely university, then one second, can't multitask. Yeah, then I would say it's definitely a good uni to go to, but be prepared that it's not like crazy amounts of fun stuff to do here all the damn time. You're gonna get bored. A lot of people do use the idea that it's European based to go home often enough if they're based in Europe or the UK. So hey man, he's from our uni as well, using an e-scooter, as you can tell. So it's one of those things that if you aren't comfortable, unless you're like partying every night and going crazy and staying up on the lash Monday to Sunday, this might not be the one for you. The other thing as well to consider is the fact that this country kind of goes to sleep at like 8-9 o'clock. I mean, there's like hardly anyone on the roads then. I mean, right now it's, I don't know what the time is right now. What is the time? Currently sitting at about 7:10, and it's not going to be long until it just goes super quiet. So even if it's sunny outside, it will be very quiet, and people start getting into their beds by, I'd say, about 10ish. I mean, these guys really do wake up at the crack of dawn and get on with their day. So for anybody who is trying to come over to a party country or a party town, this is not it. But the good news, or the upside to that, is that you'll be studying a lot, because you've got nothing else to do, man. Like, you'll literally be bored enough at times to just say, right, might as well study, make the most of it, which is a good thing, of course. At the same time, I don't want to sell it too short and say that this country is hella boring, because you'll make good friends along the way, and you will find things to do. For example, I started this YouTube thing mainly here in Slovakia because there is not much to do, so you can be very productive, you can use your time well. you can use it to start cycling, for example, or start jogging, getting fit, studying more, acing your exams. There's so many things that you can do when you have that downtime that makes it kind of worthwhile. So if you're serious about your studies, you want to study at a good place, UPJS is definitely there. The environment suits it as well massively. And I feel like now, because they're slowly increasing their tuition fees year on year, it's becoming a university that's getting more serious in terms of how they're teaching foreign students, the investment they're putting into the uni as well. So you'll be in safe hands for sure. But there are many people who still want to go to places like Georgia. Where's the other one I've been hearing recently? Is it Armenia? But a couple other of these like dodge non-EU but advertised as EU countries, and there you're going to find people that are happy to just spend 5 or 6 years of their life having fun and coming out with degrees that say that they're doctors, but they won't be recognized anyway. I would strongly warn against it, and I know I sound like not very balanced in saying this, but I'm just saying it straight. It's not worth it, man. Like 5 or 6 years of maybe yours or your parents' money going down the drain, and then you got nothing to show for it, and you just wasted 5 or 6 years of your life where you could be bettering yourself. So if you can't afford it, if that's the reason you can't come to university and study properly, then use your time doing something more beneficial than going to a uni where it's cheaper, but it's just not worth it. You're going to waste time, build bad habits, get lazy, have low standards, and at the end of it, it'll be worth nothing. In that 5 or 6 years, you could have progressed in a job elsewhere or saved money to then actually come to a proper uni like this. There's so many different ways of looking at it. Best advice I'd give is don't rush it. It is genuinely not worth it. On that note, I am now about to go up a hill, so I'm going to shut up because I am super unfit, and now my heart rate's going up to about 140, so I might just log it off there, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to keep the camera rolling, but in case I'm breathing out my backside, I'll cut it off here and see you in the next one. However, if I make it up to the top of this hill without stopping, then I can show you the loop that we just did, which will give you more context as to how small this town really is. So I'll keep the camera rolling just in case we make it. Oh man, am I not fit. Ah, screw it, let's just keep the camera on, why not? I reckon I'll make that. It's not that bad a hill actually. So just a bit of context as well. I had a grade 1 tear in my medial meniscus, diagnosed with MRI and some really good doctors. So that sucks. It's my fault really. I'm overweight at the moment, so my knees are taking more force than they should be. So I've now gone back to the bike to help me shed off some pounds in a non-impactful way for my knees to handle, because if I go for a run, it's just going to be hurting like crazy. It feels almost like bone on bone. So I'm sticking with the bike for now to build the strength back up, lose a bit of weight, and then next season I'll be back playing with my football team hopefully. So for anybody who's interested in playing football, for example, soccer, depending where you're coming from, but we just say football, and you want a place to play here in Kosice when you come here, or you're thinking about coming here, and that's something that I can help you with. We're currently in, like, I think the 6th division or the 6th step of the football league here. That's where I'm playing at the moment, which is quite decent. Facilities are good, team's good. I'll say the people are really nice as well at the football team and the football club, management, etc. Proper coaching staff, etc. there. That makes life easier. And then we play regularly as well, Thursday nights, Friday nights. Some of my previous videos have shown that. where we play with our mates here. We make good friends here as well, simply by playing on a weekly basis in like a small 6-a-side pitch around the corner. But yeah, anybody who's thinking about coming over and having some sporting activities to do, I can help you out with that. Oh my god, I'm actually dying. I'm trying to act so cool by talking, but really I'm dying and I'm trying to breathe. And this is what I do for you guys. So here it is, we're back at uni. Look, that wasn't too bad. So we've done a full loop in however long that video has taken. And you know what, just for more motorbikes, hold up. That was thirsty. For the sake of not having to edit my video, because I'm lazy and it's exam period at the moment. Exam periods are like between May and June, by the way, for anybody who's sort of wondering. Then I'll upload this in its entirety for you guys to dive into and enjoy. Jeez man, the road's finally flattening out. Tell you what, my brother would not be proud of this effort, so apologies mate if you're watching. Otherwise, apparently I'm in zone 4. Whoa. Can you see that? Can you see that? Yeah man, my heart ain't ready for this. We've done 7.5 Ks basically from start to finish, with a couple of loops in between. We've gone back and forth, but that's it. That's pretty much the end of the vlog. So thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions guys, if you want to get in touch, you can message me direct on my Instagram. I'll leave those contact details and links in the description below. Or if you want to, oh my god, can they not see I'm recording a video, man? Crazy selfish people, eh? Also, if you want to get in touch for a call at any point for free, you can use the calendar link, which I also put in the description usually for everyone. And I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one and speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye bye.